I want to talk about in this video, something important that I feel like needs to be talked about by by anyone in the self-improvement space, but especially anyone on the internet, honestly. And it's the fact that red pill content, it's just a waste. Red pill content is honestly a total fucking waste of your time. So generally, when you find yourself on the red pill rabbit hole, it's easy to go down. Like, if you see a lot of red pill videos, and I'm someone who's gone down the red pill rabbit hole in the past, I pulled myself out pretty quickly because, like, I mean, when you have like actual life experience that contradicts the things that those guys say in those videos, it makes it easier to see through the bullshit. But not a lot of people have that experience, and those are generally the people who get drawn in by these red pill videos. And usually you get drawn into the red pill pipeline whenever you go through a heartbreak. You're feeling valid emotions, like you're hurt, or usually going through a heartbreak, or you can't seem to get a girlfriend no matter what you do. And very valid feelings, like feelings of like heartbreak, loneliness. It's valid, but those feelings get taken advantage of by these guys on these red pill channels, and then they funnel you into this red pill pipeline to where they're telling you all these things and blaming women for all your problems. A few don't. There are like a select few that still say, oh, if your life is shitty, that's on you. You can't blame a woman for not wanting to be with you or whatever. Like, you're having a hard time getting a girlfriend, and like you're someone who like just slouches around all day and you don't really do anything with your life. That's not to say that you don't deserve love. That's what some of those guys might say in their videos, actually. But that is to say that women aren't the reason, they aren't the blame for that problem. Few red pill guys say that, but most red pill guys are gonna sell you something. They're gonna sell you a dream. They're gonna sell you something. And it's not that there's anything wrong with selling anything inherently on YouTube. I mean, it's one thing if you're giving advice, like self-improvement advice, for example, and you're selling a course that teaches someone a new skill, like a marketable skill that can make them more money and allow them to level up their life. They may be stuck at a dead-end job, but some self-improvement YouTuber that sells a course on how to edit videos teaches them a highly marketable, lucrative skill that they can take literally anywhere. They can work from home and get the right opportunity and work from home for like the next 5 years, or start their own business and work from home for like the next 5, 10, 20 years, video edit. Or selling a course on how to build an aesthetic body, how to transform your body. Something that actually helps you materially, not something that helps you almost like briefly for a short period, but bites you in the ass in the long run. Because when you take these courses, like these dating courses, where these red pill guys are literally teaching you manipulation tactics, like literal fucking manipulation tactics, you may see some immediate results, like as behaving that way. Because yeah, you're learning literal manipulation tactics. Not everyone out here in this world is going to be equipped enough to see through the way that you're acting and see what you're trying to do. Eventually, you'll probably come across someone who can see through that bullshit and calls you on your shit and reads you like a fucking book. All in all, you're gonna get these little short-term wins, these short-term gains, where it seems like you're attracting more women. But in reality, you got a rotation and you're manipulating all these different women. Unless you are being somehow upfront and all of these women are cool with you having all of them in a rotation. 9 times out of 10, that's not the case. You're lying to yourself if you're saying that is. Very few women out here will be cool with some shit like that, but you got that going for you. That shit will come crumbling down fast. And the shit doesn't last. It doesn't fucking last. You can have a rotation and feel good and feel validated, feel like you the shit, but that shit will come tumbling down. There'll be a day where one of those girls gets with a guy that's actually serious about her, or it doesn't even take all of that. All it takes is for all of them to find out about each other, which isn't hard in this age of social media, which is likely the way that you're dating. If you're dating on social media through a dating app, they will know. There are entire fucking Facebook groups dedicated to, hey, are we dating the same guy, that women go in, and they share pictures of men to make sure, before they go on the first date sometime, to make sure they're not literally dating the same dude. And what's to say that you who's consumed a bunch of red pill content. You bought the courses, and now you've got a rotation. You feel like they've genuinely changed your life, and they have in a way, but not really for good, because the tactics that you're using only work on the exact kind of women that you wouldn't want to attract in the first place. And secondly, it's not going to last. These red pill content creators are literally toxic to you, toxic to your life. The reason that you're lonely has nothing to do with women or the way that they behave. The reason that you're lonely has nothing to do with immigrants, whoever you hear these red pill guys try to blame, because they will always have a scapegoat instead of telling you the straight up fucking truth. And honestly, the straight up fucking truth is a thing that alienates everyone. There are less people. You see so many videos of people in America, not even just America, but mostly America, a lot of Western countries, but mostly America, where people talk about like not having friends, or it's hard to make friends, hard to keep friends. People are just generally having a harder time making friends in America, because you want to know why? We work so much. We work like 60 hours a week here. When you factor in all the fucking time it takes to get ready and all, we're all working like 60 to 80 hours a week here. Alienated from like the fucking fruits of our labor. Because not all the jobs in America, most of the jobs in America really don't pay well. So yeah, you're feeling that loneliness you feel when you feel like rejected by society, damn near. It's a result of it's literally a systemic result. Everyone's experiencing it, just in different ways, in different forms, to different degrees. A red pill video would have you convinced that there's a girl out there who, yeah, may be able to get with any guy that she wants to and have sex with any guy that she wants to. But these red pill videos will have you convinced that every girl out there, every woman out there is like that, is pulling in all these guys who want to have sex with her or who want to date her just for attention. There are some out there that are doing that, but you can't listen to these red pill videos that are trying to convince you that that's literally 99%, if not all women, doing that. And look, I'm not giving no dating advice in this video, honestly. I'm really not. Something I'm tired of is just seeing a lot of young men get radicalized into hating women, into hating immigrants, into being racists even, from these red pill videos, because it starts with that one video. It starts with one video of you wanting to know why your ex-girlfriend cheated on you. It starts with that. And then you hear all these things that kind of validate your emotions, those valid feelings that you're feeling. And certain things this girl did, especially if she cheated on you, plays back in your head. And everything this guy in the video is saying sounds so on point. You are ready to, next thing you know, you're on the 10th video. This happens to so many young men on the internet, especially young men in high school. Haven't really experienced the world yet. Haven't had like a real adult girlfriend in adulthood yet. Because yes, it's different from having a girlfriend in high school. Having a girlfriend in high school at like 16 is completely different from having a girlfriend at the age of 23 or 24. Completely fucking different. And these young men get radicalized to become horrible people. They become horrible, manipulative people who women reasonably would not want to be around. Like, ask yourself, like, next time you're watching, if you're one of these red pill dudes who's probably, I know I'm probably going to get some hate comments on this video. Don't give a fuck, 'cause I'm speaking the truth. But, like, if you're one of these red pill dudes, I'm telling you right now, you'll notice as you consume more of that content, people who are actually good to be around, like, and you take that content in seriously, and you start, like, behaving like these guys and buying their courses, good people for you to be around are going to want to be around you less, and shitty people for you to be around are going to want to be around you more. That's all it's going to do. It's going to attract the worst kinds of people in your dating life and in your friend, and in like your just regular general friendships. You're going to attract worse people, because the behaviors that these content creators and these red pill courses encourage are manipulative behaviors. We live in a fucked up society that rewards like exploitation, manipulation, and narcissism. But the worst thing that you can do is honestly just fall in line, and the worst thing that you can do is honestly conform to that. Because yeah, your life is going to be objectively fucking worse. And can you blame someone for not wanting to be around someone like that? Think about it. And that only exacerbates the male loneliness crisis, which I've got my opinions on that. I'm not going to sit here and deny that there's not a real like loneliness crisis. There is, but it's impacting everyone. It's not just impacting men. It's impacting literally everyone. Like I said earlier, you're alienated from your friends, alienated from your family because you work so much. All of us do. We all work so much. About, on average, 40 hours a week. But when you factor in the time it takes to get ready, commute and all of that, because most people are commuting, remember that, it's about 60 to 80 hours a week. Alienated from your friends and family for that reason. Alienated from the fruits of your labor because the cost of living is so high. All you're doing is paying your bills, barely doing that, and then you might need another job on top of the one you already have to pay your bills. You have no time to do anything. No time to experience life. So yeah, you're alienated from life in a sense, and your life is just revolving around work, work, and consume. Work, work, and consume. That's no fucking way to live. The way we live over here in America is fucked up. And that's the root of the problem when it comes to the male loneliness crisis. I would say the loneliness crisis, period. Because we're all alienated from each other in a way. The country's divided as fuck. The country's divided as fuck. I don't talk politics on this channel. I have a completely separate channel where I do that. But yeah, the country's divided as fuck. And it's by design. Absolutely by design. But the point I'm making in this video is that to the young man out there who feels alienated, who feels lonely, you feel counted out by society, counted out by your friends, you might feel counted out by women and immigrants, trans people, queer people, like whoever you hear as the scapegoat, if you're not hearing that it's your boss or the guy who owns like that plaza you work in, or the guy who owns the house that you're renting out, or the company that owns your apartment building, or someone who exploits you directly, you're taking advantage of some extremely valid emotions that you have and trying to sell you something. So don't fall for it, because the people who are responsible for our society being fucked up like this, they don't work. Billionaires don't fucking work, and that's exactly who's responsible for society being the way it is. Could he be too nice? Yeah, that's a possibility. Could you be too awkward? Possibility. That's where self-improvement comes in. Leave all this pill color shit out the window